As we wait for everyone to come in, please go ahead and mute your phones. Feel free to share this out. Alyssa, if you can be my scribe in the chat and just reminding people to mute their phones and share this out, that'd be great. If you can, find a lighter and a candle and begin to light a candle to focus your energy on the light. If you have any smudge sticks, whether it be Palo Santo or sage, feel free to grab those. You can share that in the group too, Alyssa. We're just going to go ahead and begin to cleanse your space. And if you don't have any smudge or any cleansing tools, go ahead and just start clapping. Maybe just clap around the circumference of your room, the space you're in. Clap to create a safe, sacred space to transmute energies that aren't yours. Go ahead and mute your phone, Blanca. Begin taking deep breaths through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Go ahead and mute. Alyssa, keep reminding people to mute their phones, please. This moment we're calling in Mother God, Father Sky, Mother Earth. All the guides, angels, and ascended masters of every single one of the students on this call today. The happy ancestors that are here, arm in arm with each and every one of us. I want you just to begin to feel your ancestors on either side of you. Just begin to feel your angels around you and your guides. Really just begin to tap into the frequency of how supported you are with your unseen team. You might feel like you're alone, sisters and brothers, but you are far from it. This experience has been written into history, her story, always. This is the purge. This is a part of the great purge. And it's imperative that you recognize that you are chosen. You are one of the chosen ones. There's no coincidences that you incarnated into this beautiful human temple, this lifetime, in this time-space reality. You are here to serve. So wherever you are right now, I want you to begin to repeat the words, I am a pillar of light. I am a pillar of light. I am a pillar of light. I am the light. I am the pillar of light. It's my job to anchor in the light. It's my job to connect arms and hearts with other light workers. It's my job to create this planet. I am the light. I am the eye in the storm. I claim my sovereignty. Whatever statement resonated most with you, I want you to continue to repeat it out loud. Recode, rewire, and reprogram your body right now. Reprogram your frequency. You are an antenna. You can either tap into the frequency of the dense vibration, or you can tap into the light. You can choose the light, or you can choose the other. You can choose the frequency you ride on. You are on a surfboard right now, and there's a big storm. You choose to remain balanced. being here on this call, but being here on this planet, choosing this human experience. This is a part of your initiation. This is a part of your spiritual curriculum. This is it. This is the moment where you practice what you preach. You stay in that light. Choice. What channel are you going to listen to? What frequency, what wave are you going to ride on? That's up to you. Claim your sovereignty. Energies. So today I'm going to give you guys some tools and some practices you can do every single day, within every single moment. It's going to get more hectic. That's okay. Exactly what's supposed to happen. To be that anchor in your families, in the world. So we're going to prepare you for this ride. Deep breath in. Make one this time. Expand your belly and your lungs. And exhale with sound. I'm going to teach you about sound today. Teach you about how to tune your instrument. Breath in, expand your lungs, expand your belly, and exhale with sound. Try that again. I want you to exhale with sound this time, out loud. Continuing. Breathing in and exhaling with sound. I want you to get used to opening your throat chakra and tuning your instrument. I just want to say thank you for every single one of you that chose to jump on this call last minute. There's no coincidences that the 35 souls that are here are supposed to be here. We are creating a frequency in a grid right now that is going to magnify all over the world. So I want you guys to go ahead and type in the chat box. I see my little niece is on here. Hi, sister. I want you to go ahead and type in the chat box right now where you are tuning in from. Your name, where you're tuning in from, and I am the light. So you can see how big this grid is. You can see. So you listen to your soul. That's why you're here. Magdalena, UK, I'm the light. Indianapolis, Upland, Australia, Nevada, Austria, Eugene, Oregon, Florida, Pennsylvania, New York, Chicago, UK, Briana, Lynn. Briana, you're on here? Let me see, my sister Briana's on here. Oh, Quonks. Yes! Can I unmute? Can you share? Can I unmute you? Can you jump in?
Yes.
Oh, this is my freaking sister right here. My dear sister, mentor, partner in freaking creating a world of heaven on earth. And
partner and shine, baby. We're partner and shine.
That's right. Thank you for jumping in, Mama. I know there's so much moving. We're going to be doing another prayer circle, but thank you for being here.
It's such an honor.
So channel it up, babe. Whatever you want to drop in and share.
Thank you. Thank you. I first just have really enjoyed connecting with each one of you. I love technology, and it's always kind of fascinating to me. I'm kind of a wild woman in the woods. So when I come out, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. These things and these boxes. And so being on here, this is fascinating. This is fascinating. Look at all of us. Can you guys just scroll through with me for a moment? It's like 3 full pages of incredible people. And if you're not on video and you can we see your face, just even if it's for a little moment? Please. Just look at these souls. Look who's standing for the light. Look who's standing that we are not going to be taken down by panic. Yes, we're going to face it head on. Yes, we're going to learn the statistics. Yes, we're going to prepare ourselves. We're not going to bypass this thing either. We're going to be eyes wide open, heart wide open, but we're going to do it together. No one's alone. No one has to do this alone. We get to do this together, ladies and gentlemen and others. We get to do this together, because the thing that has taken down any civilization, the thing that has taken down any of our true sovereignty as human beings, has been when we as human beings start to distrust each other. That's the real virus.
Aho.
That's the real virus. The idea that we are enemies of each other. Racism, sexism, genderism, ageism, youthism, sizeism. That's the real virus. What we are waking up to is that we're one human family, and if one person's sick, we're all sick. That we've been infected by a virus called greed and capitalism that's keeping people in certain socioeconomic status that are no longer acceptable. I no longer accept that there are homeless people in my country when we have empty homes here. I no longer accept there's a huge millions of people population outside of the urban centers in India that are dying and starving in places where they don't need to be dying and starving. I no longer accept this. We're one human family. And if the virus needs to be the thing that brings us together, so be it. So be it. Let us come together in our communities, offer our resources, offer our prayers, offer grocery shopping, offer financial resources, offer medical resources to those who need it, those who have immune systems that are vulnerable. This is a serious thing. This flu is real. It's different than what we're used to seeing. So let us not pretend that this is nothing. This is something, but we do not need to invite the panic into our nervous system. To be the beacon of light, what Amber was calling in for all of us to be, means we feel the fear, but we don't let it stick to us. Let's be real. This shit is scary. Okay? We can get real. I'm a mother. I'm an international figure. I expose myself quite often. And the real is, yes, we can feel the fear, but don't let it stick in our nervous system. Don't let it be the thing that drives our decisions. Yes? Can I get an amen, a ho, hands up? Just like a little bit of like, we get to come together. Like we get to open our eyes. We get to know the nose. We get to remember to wash our hands. The power of bleach, 10% bleach solution in a water bottle, ladies, kills this virus. It's not that complicated. A shot of apple cider vinegar a day, 10 drops of colloidal silver will kill this virus. That's all you got to know. You don't got toilet paper, learn about bidets. It's not going to go down like you think it's going to go down. It is a time for us to get real around how to protect ourselves and go back to the pioneer, go back to the indigenous ways, how we use plants, how we use our ferments, how we use proper cleaning water and drinking water, food and fasting, how these things can help us through these times of sickness. There's the real. Know about your essential oils. Yes. I see these women with the deep blue. I see these women with thieves. If you know what thieves is, get on your thieves blend, ladies. It's time for 3 drops a day in hot water and a scoop full of raw honey. Raw honey every day, teaspoon every day. We can live on a teaspoon of pollen, less, a quarter of teaspoon of pollen a day for 3 years. The USSR did this during their I've learned a lot about health studies and what we can actually live on. A quarter teaspoon of pollen a day for 3 years. In high intensity environments. They tested soldiers. What we actually need to live is very little. It's all in the mind. It's all in the heart. It's all in the soul, knowing that we are infinite source. And no matter what comes our way, we can handle it. We've got this. And even when it feels like everything, the reason why we have a morning meditation practice, the reason why we do sound healing, the reason why we sit in ceremony, the reason why we channel, the reason for all of this is this. This is what you've been training for. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what we've been talking about. It's the Great Awakening. It is upon us. And there will be 2 camps. There will be people who freak out and run themselves off the cliff. And there will be those who center and learn how to ground those who are ready to open their eyes. Because this isn't the worst yet. When people actually start to realize how much they've been lied to by our health systems, by our governmental systems, by our educational systems, by every system that's been set up. When people actually wake up to the reality, what we get to hold as light workers, we ain't seen nothing yet. Think about your mother waking up. Think about your father waking up. Think about all of your cousins waking up. Guess what? This is a shift that's going to bring everybody. It includes everyone in the human family. Everybody gets to wake up. Do you remember when you woke up and the mess that was and the mess that it still is sometimes? You remember? So we open our compassionate hearts and we get real ready. Open your arms real wide with me because they're going to come in. The people who are going to need your love, who are going to need your support, who are going to need your light. And you're going to learn how to have boundaries and wide open heart. Yes, with me, boundaries, Wide open heart, because that's what this time is going to require. Boundaries and wide open heart. Get really clear on what you can and cannot bring into your field. So this is going to require your daily practice of understanding your boundaries and your wide open heart. This is just a wonderful thing. I love doing this with my sister allies, queens, clients that I work with, to really understand what are the places where we're not going to allow people to walk into, and what are the places that we're ready to step up into and give our gifts. Simultaneously, this is the time, ladies, to take inventory. What are the places where you've been saying yes when you need to say no, and you've been saying no where you need to say yes? Get clear on your boundaries and get clear on what you're ready to be able to do. Is it supporting people with free Reiki? Is free distance Reiki? Is it pulling cards for people? Is it picking up groceries for some elderly in your community? Is it financially supporting your sister who can't go to work right now because her kids are now out of school and she doesn't have childcare for them? Like, it's real. Right? And it's happening on multiple levels. So we get to decide and really activate our light workership. This is the time. Now's the time. If you've been hesitant at all, it's not a choice anymore. And if you're on this call, you're now responsible for having heard that. Welcome. Welcome. You've just been initiated. Angel team needs you. We want you. It's time. Bring out your brooms, witches. Bring out your wands, all you wizards and wonderful, wonderful light workers. Bring out all your crystals, all your sound bowls, all your herbs. We need all the tinctures. We need all hands on deck. We need all your spirit animals, all your angels, all your guides. We need you. We need all of them. It's time. Light activation code complete. You are all available now for this ambassadorship of the lights. I'm so grateful to be here with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's such a blessing. Make sure you're taking deep belly breaths, drinking lots of water, and allowing yourself to relax, because the number one thing that creates cortisol, which breaks down our immune system, is if you're clenching your butthole. So just entirely relax your body and allow every moment to wash through you freely. Every feeling gets to be met with a yes, no matter if it's fear or elation. Everything is a yes. We just allow it to flow through us because we are the river of life. And we're going to feel it all, but we're not going to identify with any of it. We're going to remember not only who we are, but what we are. We're infinite source creatrix is. And we rest on that. That is our throne. Thank you, queens, kings, all my royal siblings. It's such an honor to be here. Thank you, Amber, for bringing me on and allowing me to open up my mediumship with y'all. Love, love, bless, bless, bless. Thank you.
Sister, that was so freaking activating. Let's freaking just send some love and light to my sister Briana, holding it down on a mountain about 3 hours away. I'm on a mountain 3 hours on the other side. We're looking down with light. So echoing everything that Briana just said. So to recap, pollen, water, lots of water, guys. Pee all the time. Okay. Lemon in your water if you can, right? Using your essential oils. Like if you think you're drinking too much water, drink more water. Flush this nervous system, right? If you're a young living person, rock that Thieves. If you're a doTERRA person, rock that On Guard, right? Melaleuca and oregano are antifungal and antibacterial.
Which is tea tree. Melaleuca is tea tree as well, for those of you who don't know that.
Melaleuca is tea tree. This kills pretty much any dang thing.
Everything.
I've had friends and sisters with bladder infections and yeast infections literally put some drops of this on a tampon and like it's gone within the day. Like Melaleuca don't play. Mother Earth has everything we need. All right. So get your tools. If you need tools, hit me up. I can help you order them. Frankincense, balance, sandalwood, any grounding things. This is where all your tools. Thank you. Apple cider vinegar, colloidal silver, right? Would you say a teaspoon a day, Briana, for the apple cider vinegar, or a tablespoon?
Like even just like a half ounce, like in like a shot glass, half ounce to a full ounce of apple cider vinegar. If you're feeling sick, you want to do that as many times a day, like 3 to 4 or 5 times a day. Taking a bath with a half cup to a full cup of apple cider vinegar can also help detoxify through your skin. Skin brushing is another one. There's so many things on the natural side that we can do to prevent and really care for it. And colloidal silver is amazing. It's super inexpensive. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it in the store. You can make it yourself. It's easy to look up on the internet. It's a low investment, high return thing to have in the house, and it can be used for cleaning. It can be used for your body. It can be used on wounds, and it's just a good thing to have in general. But especially it breaks the cell wall of the virus, so your body can actually do what it's meant to do. The white blood cells can get into the virus. The problem with the COVID and with this kind of virus is our antibodies can't break the cell wall. It's a very, very strong virus. What colloidal silver does is it breaks the cell wall, so our own bodies can kill the virus. And what the good thing about that is it builds antibodies. With bleach and some other things like that, it just kills the virus. Our body doesn't build the antibodies. With colloidal silver, it helps our body code to create the antibodies so that we don't actually ever create the virus within ourselves, but prevent it. So colloidal silver is one that I really champion, and it's really good for babies as well. Please read online the exact amounts to use for anyone under the age of like 6, because it changes. But yeah, check it all out online. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not giving you any medical advice. Please check everything with your medical doctor. I'm still going to say that, even though we're in times of difference right now. Check it all out for yourself. You're responsible for yourself. Thank you very much. That part's recorded too. Bless.
That's right. So sisters, brothers, again, echoing everything that she shared. I will share with you that I was down the hill helping a dear sister with twins and things going on, and the news was on for hours and hours. And I will tell you, I've always known I'm sensitive, but my level of sensitivity, I'm sure like many of you, is through the roof. I was experiencing insomnia. I was experiencing inability to eat. I was experiencing massive fear and anxiety. Blocks in my sacral and in my stomach, in my intestines, feeling nauseous. That's what fear does, y'all. And the frequency that's being emitted on the news media is affecting our nervous system. All right. And being up here in the mountains and doing the work I've been doing with my sister Briana of releasing this addiction to cortisol, this fight or flight, this constant like go, 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 do you do, like slavery vibration, as Briana calls it, has shown me what contrast, that I was down the hill for less than 24 hours and I had to fucking get back up here. All right. And I know not a lot of you have the privilege of living in a mountain, which means you get to really continue this work all day, every day, right? Because things are going to get a whole lot worse before they get better. Tapping. Yeah. Briana, do you want to drop in and share a tip about tapping? She's frozen. Give her a second.
Yeah, overall, just self-care and self-touch is super vital. But one thing that is really easy that has been accessed and is talked about by all of our ancestors is meridians, right? Rivers in our body. So every culture talks about this. And one way to easily access them is to touch ourselves. I like using the first 2 fingers, and right above the eyebrows is one. And there's different ways to do this. A lot of these ways training, I do myself intuitively. Another right below the cheekbones, kind of at the tip of the cheekbones here. And I like saying a mantra to myself, like, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. All is well, right on the chin. All is well, all is well, all is well, all is well. And then there's different points on the fingers we like to go through. If you just remember, it's on the outside of all the nails. So kind of on the outside of the thumbnail, outside of the first finger, I'm safe. And then each finger has a meaning too. I'm not going to go through everything right now. I am safe, ring finger. That's activating the heart chakra. I am safe, pinky finger. I am safe on the outside of the hand. And you can go through this as many times as you want. I always invite people to kind of get intuitive. Another good one is right here in the collarbone, this whole area. And you know that you're doing it hard enough. See how my voice is getting a little bit vibratory? You want to really feel it. This activates so much in the relaxation field, especially if you tend, like me, to be the Hunchback of Notre Dame. This really helps us. What that is the heart chakra closing down, right? So this helps us open that heart chakra and calm, right? Nice deep breaths. And at this point, I'm using all the tips of my fingers. Right? And we know our body better than anyone or anything else, right? Like that's what I love about tapping. And that's what I really love about a lot of these modalities is we can just start to get creative. Like where your is. And I like the face and the fingers, the head and the fingers, the back and the neck, the fingers on the fingers and the chest, seem to be super, super effective. And you could do this anywhere on your body. You have acupuncture points everywhere on your body. You have meridians everywhere on your body. So just kind of find that place that is crying to you, that needs some attention. For me, it's often back of the ears. I used to grind my teeth, and once in a while, I'll still have chronic tension in my jaw. Behind my ears, I just do these little pulses. I am safe. I am safe. And find those places that are tender and just work through them. This unconditional attention to the body, unconditional attention to our felt experience is the unconditional love that we've been looking for. I am safe, 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 I am safe. All is well. Just continue to breathe nice and deep into the lowest part of the belly. Every time you breathe deep and you tell yourself you're safe and you're touching yourself, you're literally reprogramming the body as well, because so much of this lives, yes, in the memory and in the mind, but most of it lives in the body and the muscles, the memory here in the body. So I'm safe. Oh, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. Just a few more rounds here. Just nice deep breaths. The tapping isn't too light, but it's not too heavy either. This is something I like to do whenever I'm waiting, or if I haven't gotten the answer to the email yet and I start to get that little like, well, when are they going to answer me vibes? Tapping is a good thing just to communicate with the animal of ourselves. Does that make sense to you all? Like, we can tell ourselves so much in the brain, but sometimes communicating with our animal, the one who feels so much, is more difficult. It's more than just like, let me shift my mind. This is a way to just let her know everything's okay, babe. Let him know, let them know everything's okay. You're okay. Soothing, soothing, nurturing, nurturing. There's emotional freedom technique, it's sometimes called, or tapping 101 in a very short amount of time. Or good tools for good times.
Good tools for good times. That's right. Was that powerful? Was that supportive for you guys? Write in the chat box, nod your head, put your hands up, send a love blast to Briana. So the intention for the call today was literally just to answer Spirit's call to support. Thank you so much for that, sister. I helped. Who feels a different shift just from the beginning of the call to now, just even with beginning prior to that tapping to now, right? That's free, right? And so we have the tools, y'all. The tools are available. We've been training for this for centuries, this lifetime, many a lifetime. And a lot can be coming up in your DNA from past lifetimes. Maybe you were alive during the Great Famine. Maybe you were alive during other times. There you go, with the plague, and maybe your old DNA from your past lives is also getting activated with this fear. And so like Briana shared with you earlier, like, we get to be gentle with ourselves, and we also get to chickadee check yourselves. Okay. And me going to the grocery stores and to Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and seeing the panic on people's faces, and feeling it, like, it's so dense, and there's people pushing people over with carts and fighting people for toilet paper, and people are just losing their shit. And guess what? You're not going to be one of those people, but you are going to hold your grid and your sovereignty in such a way that the light that you're anchoring in through the heavens, through your body, into the earth, and through the earth up through your body is going to help the collective now more than ever. Okay. We need like 30,000 light workers with the same vibrational frequency and intent, and we will completely tip and transform this planet. It's the tipping point. Okay. We can get 30,000 of us holding this grid down. And so if you don't think your light matters, it does. Not saying that you don't get to be scared. I'm saying you get to feel it and do your tools and shift out of it. Okay. Because your soul and your ego and your fear and all the other things are working, and you can feel a little crazy. All right. So tip number 1, please limit your news. Please limit your news. If you are going to watch the news, I invite you to put a timer on, and I invite you to afterwards do a somatic release. Okay. So tapping is a somatic release. Also, something is easy, is very powerful in the Qigong practice, is shaking. All right. So I invite you guys to shake. I came back from, if you can stand up and shake with me right now, let's do it. You're going to bounce on your toes and you're going to tap the back of your heels onto the ground, and you're going to use sound. And a lot of you aren't using sound, and sound is going to support you in remembering who you are. It's also going to support you with releasing energies and dense and stagnant chi in your body that's trapped. If we've got trapped stagnant chi, what do we create? Dis-ease. We don't have time to create dis-ease, right? We've got to move our lymphatic system. So I invite you now to make some sounds. Inhaling. Maybe you need to scream, right? Maybe you need to freaking scream and let it out. Then scream. Your body is wise. Your body knows what it needs to do, right? And sometimes the sounds that are going to come out of your body are not going to make any sense, and it doesn't need to make sense because your body knows. Your body knows what it gets to do to retune your instrument. So just like when you hear nails on a chalkboard or a guitar out of tune, we just got to get you back into your vibrational frequency so you can emit your divine soul song, your sound, right? I'm going to be teaching the Lightworkers and Lightworker Academy a lot about sound right now, because sound is, you'll listen to a song and everyone can still be shaking right now. And then we're going to freeze and you're going to see the difference that your body is creating. But sound is a healer, and you are all sound healers. You are all sound healers. You're going to not only be helping yourself stay out of this chaos in this panic epidemic, but you're also going to be helping other people, your kids, your families, your partners. That's why when you listen to a song, it can make you cry, and you can listen to a song that can make you want to kill somebody, right? It can make you angry. So just like the frequency that's emitting out of the news media is putting the fear vibrational frequency into your frequency. You're emitting a frequency. I'm emitting a frequency. When Briana was talking, I had chills in my body, right? She was channeling a frequency. You all felt it, okay? Which is why you're feeling the frequency of the collective. When you're in your house, when you're not. Who's had a hard time sleeping lately? Right? Who's been feeling it all? Waking up with fucking fear and anxiety. You're like, what the fuck? This ain't even my shit. I had visions or nightmares or I don't know what, but guys, no coincidences. It was after I watched the news at my friend Alexi's house. I was having the most scary visuals, whether it's future projection or whether it's fear. I know it came from that news. So it's emitting a frequency into my frequency. And the only way these other forces and these other energies can scramble, for those of you that are old enough to remember antennas on television sets, used to have an antenna that would connect a frequency. You guys all have antennas. We all have antennas. And if you're not connected to the divine, you could get the frequency of another station, just like when you turn the dial of the radio. So when you put yourself in situations where the frequency is not the same vibration, you're going to feel discord, right? Everybody take a deep breath in. And freeze. Just begin to breathe slowly and be frozen and feel the energy. Feel it moving in your fingertips, feel it moving in your body. See if you can relax into it a little more. Just like when a deer or a gazelle is getting chased by an animal or a lion, if they get away, they shake. They release the trauma. Just rest in the stillness now and breathe slowly. They release the trauma, or else they'd be walking around the forest or the prairie on tilt, looking behind them like scaredy cats every 2 seconds, living their life. Animals don't do that. They shake it out. They shake the fear out. And they reset their nervous system so they can go on with their life. Right? So we're sharing these tools with you today. You can take a seat if you like. Sharing these tools with you today to prepare you for what's coming, because I will let you know I experienced that in fullest form yesterday. And it physically affected my physical body. And I had to come home and shake and sing and chant and move it. And then I got on with the client and I helped her with sound frequency. And she cried her eyes out because she's been holding energy for her husband, who's been watching the news nonstop, who's in complete fear and breakdown. And I was feeling it last week with my family in fear and breakdown. Okay. So we've got tapping, we've got water, we've got rest, we've got eat, we've got oils, we've got apple cider vinegar, we've got bleach, we've got cortisol silver, we've got tools, we've got our breath. And Briana shared with me in a ceremony, with breath, we can choose. With every breath, we have choice. And that really stuck with me. And I really want you guys to really have that as your mantra. If you don't have breath, you're not connected to your soul, which means you're not connected to the divine, which means you're not connected to source, which means you're riding the frequency of something other than that. But when you breathe, you can reset your nervous system. You can get back into vibrational alignment with who you are, which is a being of light. And you're here to anchor this light for the collective. And I ain't saying it's going to be easy, but like Briana says, if you're on this call now or on the replay, this is your reminder. You are prepared. You are ready. You were born ready. All right. So it's a fine line. You get to be in the know of what's going on, but you don't need to go down the rabbit hole, right? So right now I'm choosing not to watch the news. I've got a dear sister. She's sending me information on a need to know. She's filtering it because she's glued to the news. My system cannot, will not. Okay. So I also would love for us to, first of all, does anybody have any questions related to what we just shared, or any apparent questions before we drop into, like to play, do a meditation? I'd like for Kipa, if she has her flute, I would love Kipa to play some flute for us. And I would love to do the Pillar of Light with you guys, which is a Qigong practice that I learned from my dear brother, David Beaudry. It's a 4-minute and 32 meditation. It's on YouTube. You're welcome, Jacqueline. We're all in this together, sister. And yesterday when I was experiencing all the feels after going out into the chaos and having women yell at me and, you know, experiencing people pushing each other kind of carts and just not being in their grace, I realized that I needed to cloak up. All right. And so I'm going to give you guys an experience right now that for Keep a Place or Song. And before we move into the Pillar of Light and anything else that Briana's feeling called to share, I learned this from one of my spiritual mentors, Pagan George, who some of you are in Lightworker Academy know. And we'll be doing the Lightworker workshop, all the immersion with Briana and her beloved Bearheart and David Beaudry and Pagan and myself and Sarah Wong and my dear sister Rebecca Van Leeuwen from Australia. All goes well, intention in July. And maybe we do it online, whatever. We're not attached, God. But Pagan taught me to visualize our aura. So I want all of you guys right now to just take a deep breath in and to visualize your aura. And from what I've been taught, our aura is arm's distance on either side of us, above us, in front of us, behind us, and below us. So I want you just to begin to visualize your aura. And then from that space, I want you to shrink your aura into about 1 inch outside of your body. Shrink it in, shrink it in, shrink it in, shrink it in. Feel that difference in contrast. Now I want you to visualize pushing your aura out as big as your room. Push it out, push it out, push it out, push it out, push it out. Feel that difference. Now, if you keep your aura like this, like a web, since we are energetic beings, you can get some things caught in it. So when I go out into the world, or I go out into places where people aren't responsible with their energy, or in this case, people are in a manic, frantic space, I forgot to shrink my aura. So when I went into Trader Joe's, I was this sponge that was just taking it on. All right, so let's shrink our auras back to like itty bitty, about 1 inch outside of us. And based upon who you're around, you can really play with how big you desire your aura to be. All right. And so that's a little hack. I also visualize an anchor at the base of my spine, and just go ahead and do that and just anchor it into through your chair into the earth. Just anchor that baby in. Just feel solid in our bodies. And oftentimes, if we're feeling the feels of the people around us, we get to ask ourselves, is this my energy? And intuitively just ask yourself, is this mine? Oftentimes it's not. And so I visualize, I feel it. Honor the energy. I'm experiencing tightness in my chest. Honor it. Identify it. I'm experiencing energy in my chest. Try not to label this as anxiety or whatever. Just I'm experiencing a feeling in my chest, a heavy feeling. Is this mine? No. Great. So visualize honoring that feeling, taking a hold of that feeling and lovingly sending it back to sender and transmuting it with love. Because we can feel it all, but we don't have to take on it all. And we can transmute it. You guys are transmuters. You're emitting love and light, and you're emitting dark and frustration and density, or you're transmuting that back into the light. So is this mine? What is it? Is this mine? I send it back to sender with love, visualizing it going back to sender and transmuting into love and light. And claim your sovereignty. I'm honoring this emotion, this frequency, and I am choosing to no longer take this on. I am a sovereign being. I say my name. I say, I'm Amber Annalise Valdez, and I am not available for this frequency. The only energy I am available for is mine. Right? Claim your sovereignty. Just in that moment I said that, I even had a shift right then. So try it right now. I state your name. Claim my sovereignty. I am not available or interested in holding any other frequency for any other being. I transmute any energy that is projected onto me back to love and light and returning to sender with love. Right? So notice how your being feels. And that's what this is about, guys. This is about claiming your sovereignty. As we lose faith, as many people lose faith in the medical system, the government systems, right? It's like, who can protect me now? And that's what this is really about. The collective doesn't feel safe with mom and dad, the queen or the president or the prime minister or whoever's in charge, right? Slowly, the human race is going to lose the faith they have in their heroes, the people who are supposed to protect them, right? Who created this. But we really created this, right? Which is why we're all as a collective going to transmute it. So the aura, I also like to blast my angel wings out of my shoulder blades. Just visualize your angel wings blasting out of your shoulder blades and cocooning yourself, right? Blast out your angel wings and cocoon yourself. And if you're going into spaces where people aren't responsible with their energy, or they might be vibrating at a frequency that is not in alignment with yours, put your wings on, wing up, shrink your aura down, wing up, root into the earth, and breathe. Breathe. And sometimes you got to get in, send the love. I was cracking jokes in Trader Joe's and people were panicking, right? But I'm like, let's lighten this thing up, guys. Like, right? We're all going to be all right. Right? So, was that supportive? Put your hands up and write in the chat box. Wing up. I got that from, what's her name? Wings Up. What's her name? Sophia Code. I went to her event and she got everybody to, it was called the Wings Up event. And I love the analogy of wings up. All right. Wings up, sisters and brothers. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So I'd like keep it a play. Some flute, unless Briana, you had a hit to share something. I saw your shift in your vibration. Did you have a hit to share?
Just wanted to continue in the gratitude and for anyone who's still like, okay, what else can I do? What else can I do? What else can I do? It's really just to return to your intuition and to understand the difference between the fear frequency and intuition. Fear frequency is going to try to make something better, whereas intuition is just a deep, deep knowing. The best way to get in touch with that is to get in nature. If you don't have nature, get a potted plant. Like even the frequency of the plants are very, very helpful right now, even if it's just in tea form, to get outside barefoot if you can. Barefoot if you can. The frequency of nature can be very, very helpful for the nervous system. So just wanted to add that one little bit of remembering to get outside. Nature, nature, nature. Yes.
Oh, so good. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. So can everyone solemnly swear that they're going to be getting out in nature at the minimum once a day? Like non-negotiable, like you go pee and you brush your teeth. Like, guys, this is the time we use these tools, right? We must maintain our sovereignty. We must remain connected to the earth and the divine, all right? So this is your spiritual upgrade, your curriculum, your spiritual curriculum. All right.
One more little piece
Yeah,
that I wanted
please.
to add. It's something that you and I have spoken about. Amber and Bearheart, my partner, is very much in this conversation, is around how do we actually prepare? How do we actually protect ourselves? How do we become sovereign beings in every sense of the word? And so Bearheart, my partner, and myself and Amber have been talking about offering some trainings basically on how to prepare your physical body, literal physical trainings, and especially for the sisters, how to have combat training, how to physically protect ourselves so that we can walk around in any scenario and feel fully protected. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll make sure to leave the website where you can just contact us and get more information about that. But there are ways just to be able to walk around with complete confidence and no matter what is happening. So just a little reminder of that. La Fuerza Sagrada, the sacred force, is something that my partner and I are very committed to, which is about enabling all women to feel safe and to protect the women and children for the next 3 generations, so we don't cause more trauma to our young men, our young others, our young peoples. It starts with the women and children. So it's for everyone, but we specifically speak to women around being able to protect our physical bodies. So if you're interested in that, I will make sure to leave our website and you can get us connection.
Thank you, Greg. Yes, I'm very excited about this training.
Me
I've been
too.
working deep with releasing my fear-based frequencies from experiences that have happened to me, for me. And so I'm very excited about feeling even more sovereign and even more like gladiator warrior, like ready, right? Because it's not about us like love and lighting it, you know? It's about being realistic, guys. We're living in the 3rd dimensional frequency and often jumping in between 4th and 5th dimensional frequencies. And so it's important that we don't spiritually bypass, right? And that's why we get to find this distinction between finding out what's going on. Because I have some, people in the community that are like, wait, what? This is happening, right? And it's like, that's where we get to find this divine counterbalance, right? It's important to know, right, what is going on in the sense of how that can affect your ability to leave your house and go get food, right? So, and even if that is your space, how many people fast? Often people fast for, this was like one of the most ancient practices to connect with the divine, was to fast, for days. Doesn't Moses fast for 40 days? I know some of the incarcerated men that I've worked with in the past, when they went on their hunger strike, they fasted for over 30 days. 30,000 men from across the country banded together to say no more putting people into the shoe for infinity. People were spending 40 years in a 4 foot by 4 foot, 6 foot by 6 foot box. And so they fasted, right? They were completely committed to their breath and connecting with the divine. They just didn't know it. That was their spiritual curriculum, right? And so this is all perfect. Whatever you're growing through right now is exactly what is supposed to be happening, and you are loved and you are safe, right? And you get to claim your sovereignty. Nobody can make you feel any way. Nobody can take your connection to God. And there's a mantra that Briana gave me, is my connection to God is my protection, right? And I often say that. And I invite you to create a mantra for yourself, which is, like we were doing the tapping, all as well. My connection to God is my protection. So, Kipa, would you play a little flute for us? And she's an incredible flute player and soul sister, medicine woman. And my invitation to you is to receive. My invitation to you is receive. And if you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like breathing, breathing. But just close your eyes and allow the sound frequency to support you. And she'll play for a couple minutes. I don't know how this is going to transmute via the Zoom, but it's going to be perfect. And let's just receive some sound healing.
But hey, I always like to drop in. Every morning I say the same prayer. It's in Lakota. I'm not fluent in Lakota, but the words make sense to me, and Great Spirit knows what I'm saying. So I'm going to start with that before I play, as the sun just got brighter. Yata he wakantaka kipachitan mielo, kajuta wanyan, makonyan, sakaya wanyan, pilamaya sakaya, upila tanka. Mitakuyo yasu. Oyate. Thank you for letting me share. Mm.
Let's all just take a deep breath in and blast our sister Kipa with healing light. She's experiencing temporary congestion in her body. So just visualize feeling that white healing light or green or whatever light comes through you, drawing in from Mother Earth up through your legs, up through your lower dantian, your womb, your heart space, and just blasting out of your arms through the frequency of your space, through this beautiful technology, because energy knows no time or space. Let's just remotely send Kipa so much Reiki right now, which is healing energy, love energy. And we affirm and declare and demand that our sister cells return to optimal frequency, and their organs and their blood is flowing. And then may she transmute any lower vibrating frequencies or bacteria in our body. May they be transmuted into pure light now. So be it, and so it is. Just visualizing, keep us surrounded in a beautiful white orb of light, spiraling up through her body, releasing all that's not serving her, any dis-ease in her being, released into the earth to be transmuted back into love. Oh, so it is. Thank you, sister, for your great offering, even not feeling well. So grateful for you. That was beautiful. Yay. So just like to check in with everyone, drop in the chat box how you're feeling right now in your physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual bodies. Seeing so many shift in your faces and your vibrations. It's pretty beautiful to watch the transition, the transformation from when we began this call to now. Jacqueline says safe. Andrea says way better. More grounded, says Shannon. So happy to have you, sister. Life vibes in our spiritual bodies. Some past life vibes. Wow, beautiful. Serene, peaceful energy, relaxed, peaceful, tingly, grounded, safe, relaxed. Yes. Lighter, flowing. Flute was beautiful. Took me somewhere. Yeah, it was a journey, right? Warm energy. Wow, I also feel the tingles. Warm, light, grounded, huge energy waves from sound vibration. Very healing. Thank you. Tap back into the truth. Release, safe. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Beautiful, grateful, gratitude. So it's feeling into the frequency of your body right now, taking a mental inventory, a physical inventory, just coding and locking in this programming right here. You have the choice to feel this way. You have a choice to feel another way. We just get to keep choosing in. And sometimes it may take a few baths, a few shakes, a few songs, a few chants, a few screams. Right? Some days may take more of your tools than others, like my yesterday. Right? And that's okay. But you know in your heart what you need. And you get to trust it. If it's running around outside in your backyard barefoot and naked, and that's what you get to freaking do. All right? You do what you got to do. And we will continue to be here to support you. So I'm going to share the Pillar of Light. It's 4 minutes and 32 seconds long, and then I'm going to invite you guys to take it on every day. So if you can, stand up. And this is an offering from my brother, David Vaudry. And then we will say a prayer, and we will complete the call. And Briana has an incredible podcast, you guys. Will you type the name of your podcast in the chat box? So I binge watched it or listened to it on my way up the mountain the other night. It kept me wide awake. She's got a lot of beautiful. She's like a historian or herstory. Briana has this ability to she's like a freaking history sponge. And I'm just like, can I just jump in her brain real quick? All right, cool. Real life magic.
In there.
Amazing. All right, so everybody stand up. You're going to go ahead and just bend your knees slightly. Tuck in your pelvis. We don't want you passing out. When I was a cheerleader, I used to just stand up straight and the girls would pass out. So make sure you bend your knees a little bit so you can also open all your energy centers and all your chakras, right? And then keep your eyes closed with your arms open, a little slightly air in between your armpits so you can have this energy flow. With your palms facing upward, you're just going to breathe in deeply. Okay, and this is from my dear brother David Beaudry. It's Pillar of Light.
Short activation. With time and practice, you'll be able to activate each code with one inhale and one exhale. Let's begin. One is fun. Imagine and feel a smile melting down the front, back, and center of your body, melting all stress and tension into the earth. Two is shoe. Imagine and feel your feet melting into the earth, like ice melting into water, and water absorbing into the soft soil. Three is tree. Imagine and feel yourself extending tree roots down to the center of the earth. Four is core. Feel your tree roots extending deep into the planet. Allow these golden rivers of light to overflow your body, filling your dantian with golden light. Five is as the earth chi builds in your lower dantian, allow it to rush down your arms and out of your palms like a blowtorch, filling the space with golden light. Six is thick. Imagine you are completely saturated in the earth chi. Inhale, expand your arms and your energy body. Exhale, feel the energy wrap you like a cocoon. Seven is heaven. Imagine your head is high within the heavens. Your waist is in the blue sky and white clouds, and your feet are plugged into the earth. You are a pillar of light. Eight is gate. Imagine now, as you inhale, opening every pore, opening every energy gate in your body, overflowing your central channel with white, luminous light, vibrating brighter and brighter with each breath. Nine is shine. Your Tai Chi pole, your central channel, has become completely illuminated with white, luminous light. You are a shining star, a divine being. You are pure consciousness. 10 is begin. The first invocation, cleansing the body-mind. I am that I am, calling upon the beloved God presence I am. Surrendering the mind, the body, the ego. May God's will be my will. Second invocation, cleansing and creating a space for healing. I am that I am, calling upon the beloved God presence I am, creating a sacred healing space to train, practice, teach, and be, allowing only the highest vibrations of God into this space, with the soul growth, evolution, and enlightenment of all sentient beings throughout the multi-dimensional universe. Anything that is not in alignment with the true source to be transmuted into pure, clear light. Now, so be it, so it is. Third invocation, overflowing with the energy of God, the energy of the universe. I am that I am, calling upon the beloved God presence I am, overflowing all three energy centers, the head, the heart, the belly, the physical, energetic, and spiritual bodies. Feeling the energy of the infinite, the energy of unconditional love emanating from our heart, from every cell and every pore. Feel the stillness of the universe inside. Rest in this awareness.
Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Bringing yourself back into the room. Feel good. Go ahead and move your body whenever way feels good for you. Shaking feels good, shake. If moving your hips feels good, move your hips. Your body knows, rolling your head, maybe rolling your shoulders back. Just starting to notice the difference in your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. And when you feel complete, go ahead and take a seat and tap in the chat box how that was for you. I'm going to drop that link in the chat, but you can also go on YouTube and Google Pillar of Light. Short activation. There's a long one that's like 23 minutes long. Activation. So you guys can find that on YouTube. Ooh, Shannon said a spirit guide who I haven't seen in some time showed up for that activation. Oh, cool. I love it. Karen, it's so good to see you on here, sister. Seeing so many light workers from my past programs and clients and students in LWA. Oh, Magdalena says, I feel lighter, softer, ready to sleep safe. Beautiful, sister. I'm so happy you're going to go into your sleep state with this currency or vibration. So we're going to go ahead and close this container. And my invitation for you guys is to do the pillar of light when you wake up and do it when you go to sleep and any other time you need it. Feeling light, says Sage. Beautiful. Yes, David is amazing. He's one of my dear soul brothers. I think he's doing a challenge right now, or maybe just completed, but stalk him. He's amazing. His Qigong Jedi training is also starting on Tuesday. So, all right. Today I felt like I wasn't myself, Andrea says, or Andrea. I filled with the fear and junk. Now I feel my strong, powerful self. Yep. Going back to your sovereignty. So this is your true north. This is this frequency you should be at. And when you're not, you know you're out of context, right? You know there's some discord, it's some contrast. It's up to you to get back into alignment, right? We fall out of alignment, we come back in. We fall out, we come back in. Okay? Yes, amazing. I know some of you felt some tingling in your crown, your third eye, and your palm, some heat. We opened up your energy meridians, all right? So you may feel dizzy, you may drink water, like you just turned your pillar of light on. You just connected your antenna to the divine through your body, through the earth. And that's what we're talking about here. When your pillar of light is open and activated, you can choose from your soul. You can choose from source, not from fear, right? So this is why it's imperative, you guys, our pillar of light is remaining on, not only because you are here to anchor the light through you into the earth and then grid it out to the planet, but also for you to be able to maintain your sovereignty and be the eye in the storm. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and begin to close our eyes. I'm going to close this container. Before we do, I want to say a quick prayer for my dear sister Sahara Rose. Her grandmother is transitioning, and of course she can't hop on a plane and go to Iran because of everything that's happening. So I'm going to go ahead and just light this candle for Sahara's grandma. Let's just take a deep breath in, and let's all do a collective Sat Nam, and we'll do it 3 times. Actually, yeah, let's do Sat Nam. Okay, so rubbing our hands together, activating the left and right hemispheres of our body, creating some warmth, lovingly pressing your thumbs together in your palms and pulling up the chest. You open your heart and your shoulders go back. You're going to take a deep breath in and exhale, and then we're going to do Sat Nam together, okay? Ready? We're going to say Sat Nam on the exhale, excuse me. So exhale out of all of your air out. Inhale. Sat Nam. Oh, Infinite One, Great Spirit, Mother God, Father God, we just call upon you now, and we ask that you surround Sahara Rose's grandmother with love and light. May all her angels and divine beings and former family members and ancestors be there to greet her and support her with transitioning from the physical to the non-physical. We know that a soul never dies. It is simply immortal. It just changes form. We're asking you to surround my sister Sahara with love and peace and ease as she accepts this new form of relationship with her own grandmother. We ask that all those that are surrounding and concerned can feel peace and warmth as they begin to grieve during their human experience, honoring her life, honoring her light, and knowing the light never dies. With our eyes closed, we just want to thank all the guides, angels, ascended masters, Sister Briana, Sister Kipa, and all the other brothers and sisters that are gathering here today in the physical and on the replay, knowing that energy knows no time or space, and this frequency is felt no matter watching on the replay or in real time. It all is the same. We just want to ask for guidance and ease and remembrance for each and every single one of these light workers as they continue walking the planet during this very interesting time in human history. We ask that you remind them that they have wings and that they are angels on earth. Victims are light workers in training. Light workers are angels in physical form, from the beautiful words of Matt Kahn. So thank you. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for being the wind beneath our wings. Thank you for being the whispers. And may we all hear the whispers of our soul and the divine louder than the yells of our ego. Maybe we remember that we have an antenna, a direct connection to you, Spirit, to Source, to God, because we are God. May we remember these tools and times that we really truly need them. And may we lovingly share these with the world, with our clients, with our students, with our families. May we remember that our light matters, that we are the beacons of light and we are more powerful together than we are flying solo. And may any light worker on this call that wants to join arm and hearts with us, please join Lightworker Academy so they can feel the love and the support, the sisterhood and brotherhood, and the remembrance that they are not alone. And may we continue to activate this grid worldwide. And may our tribe continue to grow brighter and brighter and bigger, not from ego's great spirit, but from a magnifying light that can pierce through the darkness. May we collectively shine our light so bright to the deepest part of every single human being's souls that may be transformed. We are grateful and thankful to be on the wave of this great awakening. We are grateful and thankful to be walking this planet during this lifetime. We are grateful and thankful to be humble servants of the light, because that is what we are. We are here to serve humbly. We know all of our needs are being met. We know all our water and food and our health needs will be met. All we have to do is just step in and serve and join arms and hearts. So thank you to our unseen team and our ancestors of this land, of every land that every single one of these light workers is standing on right now. Thank you. And thank you to the angels, and thank you to the divine. And thank you to all of the ascended masters that are coming forth, and all the starlight beings, the Pleiadians and the Syrians and all the other beings from other dimensions that are here to support and hold us through this conscious awakening, through this great awakening, this great remembrance. And thank you with every breath reminding us who we are. We humbly bow. Thank you, 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 thank you. And may we remember to choose the light and choose breath and to choose community. And remember that only in the fear vibration can we be sheep, and only in the fear vibration can we be manipulated, and only in the fear vibration can we be controlled. And when we come back to the light, come back to our souls and join arms and hearts with our brothers and sisters, we are untouchable. We pray for the elevated health of every single light worker on this call, that may all of our souls and all of our cells be vibrating at maximum frequency. Breathing in, breathing that into your body, sending a silent prayer from your heart out loud. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sister Briana, is there anything you want to share before we complete?
Just gratitude to Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for this time of us coming together. Thank you, Amber, for being the hub for this, for calling this in, and for all that you're doing. I see you. I feel you. Thank you for inviting me in. Thank you to all of those who are on here as we just radiate our hearts, feeling the interest net, feeling the light between all of our hearts here, just saying thank you and blessing this for all of the people that we support, all of the people in our lives, our intimate relations, all of them. And for all beings across the planet right now, may this prayer of peace touch every single heart. For those who aren't on this call, for those who can't even access a phone, feel us praying for you now. Thank you, 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 thank you. Amen. Ho, Ashe, Osha. So it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening to the call. And thank you for this grid that we created today and will continue to create.
So beautiful.
I think we're going to do a prayer circle on Sunday.
Yeah.
At 1:11. So what we need from each and every one of you is to blast this.
1:11.
At 1:11. So Briana, do we have that link?
We do.
I wish we had. I mean, we really weren't prepared, but it's fine. It's perfect. It's divine. The best way, I don't remember the link for people to sign up before, but the best way would be for you guys to, you guys can get onto my email list because we'll be sending out the link for that, because I don't remember the link that we used for everyone to sign up before. But if you do come into my list, I know I can send it out. And I'm sure if you go on to Briana's list, you can send it out. I don't send out much stuff, but if you go to ambervaldez.com, you can click freebies, and there's like a morning ritual checklist that you can get sent to you. So it's also in the link in my Instagram. But if
I just put the link on my website, which will be the Zoom page. So even if you don't sign up for it, I just put the earthtemple.com/Zoom. That gives you the Zoom number that we're going to be tuning into on Sunday at 1:11 p.m. Pacific time. So you're all adults. You don't need an email reminder. Go to the webpage, figure out the Zoom link, put it in your calendar, and show up. Y'all can do that. You could do that. I know you can. Yeah. And let's show up and pray together on Sunday. Because now you're all juiced up from this, and you can help us hold the frequency, because we're going to be inviting in a bigger audience. So basically, Amber's inviting you to come be guardians for this bigger audience. So if you're down to come play and pray on that, I like how I made those one word, play on that level with us, come join us on Sunday, 1:11 p.m. Pacific time. We'd love to have you.
Yes. And if you do end up signing up for the email list, of course, you'll get the reminder. You can share it out.
Yes.
But we really need your support in getting the word out so we can get as many of us together collectively. And if you're feeling the call to join Lightworker Academy, you can click the link in my bio on Instagram or go to my website, Amber Valdez, and join. We would love to have you join arms and hearts with us as we do meditations. We do moon rituals. We teach you educational crystals and oils. We have guest experts. Briana came in and did a powerful transmission this last month. Holy shit. So much information about spirituality and so much education about like literally where we are, where we came from witches to the church and beyond. Eastern Standard Time. So 1 o'clock Pacific, you would add 3 to go to Eastern. And you can always Google it. You can always use something called Time Buddy, but generally Eastern is always 3 hours ahead. And just because there's been a lot of like daylight savings, make sure you just figure it out in your own time zones. But we would be honored and blessed if you would share that. And we'll be posting the next couple days, but please get as many students or many souls on as possible. All right. So we need you to come in, like she says, be guardians for us as we can continue to build this light tribe. All right. So we love you guys so much. And we can't wait to see you on Sunday. Love you all. Thank you all for being here. You're amazing. Thank you, Briana. Thank you, Keepa. And thank you all for your prayers and your light. You matter. You're worthy. Your light matters. Thank you for doing the good work on yourself and implementing the tools required for you to hold this grid of light and this frequency into the planet. So grateful for you. So good. We'll see you on Sunday.
Bless.
Bye.
Thank you, Amy.
Guys are awesome. Bye. Bye. Love you all.